Hey all, welcome to Mawe Mysteries, the channel that brings you multi-dimensional content, which means that the readings are from a broad and expanded point of view, and that they're not for a specific time but should resonate with you guys whenever you come across them. So, this is about manifestation entities. Woo-wee. The Sun Kings. They're known as the Sun Kings. And not to people, that's how they made themselves known to me, as the Sun Kings. Like, these entities, like when they describe themselves, but I understand why they do that, because helping you manifest is not a joke. Ukuthatha into from another dimension, letting up actually joke. So I understand why bazibeka phezulu, like why they, feel like they are the highest of the high. So don't be surprised if you do come across them. They normally come through first in your dreams and stuff like that. Uyaz introduce Hashem kahle nje. Uzosho something like, this is the best union you could ever get into, or I am the best entity that you could ever meet. Like, that's how they talk. It's not pompous. Gune ego, nyana, but it's not bad ego. It's not the ego that you guys are trying to kill. It's not that one. This is just like an entity ezaziyo. I mean, is there some fibbing involved? Like, what I mean by fibbing, like a white lie? Kinda, cause listen, you could know an entity that is higher. And if you do angeke vela aphikisani, but uzosho ukuthi, okay, let me tell you about my experience, right? Homie came up and told me vele ukuthi I'm the best you'll ever meet, and I was like, no. Like, I didn't argue. I was just like, no. And then what's he? Oh, okay, cool. Anyway, moving right along. Like, yeah, well, it's like that. It's not like an argument. Cause uyazi, they also know, like, uti, there are other entities, but in terms of human interaction, they are some of the highest of the high. And that's why I described before about how manifestation is actually a result of your connection with the divine, and it's actually a very high frequency procedure. It's not like a mid. It's not intermediary. It's not beginner. It's literally a high frequency type of thing, right? But I reflected on the last video that I did on manifestation, and yes, I understand that maybe I had some impatience with people that, had a basic understanding of this. And I've come to understand how you have that understanding, because it's funny. So I came across this other video that spoke about third dimensional manifestation and multi-dimensional manifestation. And what I was explaining to you guys is multi-dimensional manifestation, obviously, because your girl's channel be multidimensional. But I didn't take into account that some of you are very invested in third dimensional manifestation, which is the one where, you got the vision boards and that type of thing. And it was unfair of me, because nami ngeke ngandlula lapho, yabo. So ningixoleleni bandla nxese asikisini. I didn't mean to come across as impatient. And I'm going to tell you why also. It's because, to be honest, yes, the third dimensional manifestation is a bit of a trigger for me. Like, labanteng hamba nabone come from a place where things are like this. It's instant. So this thing where patience, nani, I had to learn that nami lana, it's not really who I am naturally. And that's why I've told you why that is. I kuthi ngoba like ngijahile or whatever. No, it's because labantu engihamba nabo come from dimensions where things are instant. You want it, you got it, type of thing, yabo. And then that has always been, how do I say, that has always been further propagated into my life, like, type of thing. It's literally how my life has been from when I was young. That's why I always tell you guys, like, the codes that I give you here or the activations, Angiyiphupanga like from somewhere else. Ngiyazazi, I was born with those codes. I was born with those activations. So I'm not activating. I'm not like in the dark when I'm with you guys. No, ngazi kahle nje ukuthi where I'm going, what's going on, what's happening. And where I do get into the dark is really that part where but siniyenzeni visualizing nan. Like, yeah, I mean, like I said, that thing, ne, when you get to a certain part of the process of the journey where your connection with the divine is potent enough, those visions come to you. You don't make them up in your head. You're not there, Lamborghini, Lamborghini, Lamborghini. Guys, that's some low vibrational bullshit. I don't know what that is. It's a trick. That's what I'm trying to tell you. These people are tricking you. And okay, be patient with me also, please, and understand where I'm coming from. I'm not trying to attack you or your knowledge. I'm trying to move you out of a lower vibration of manifesting into a higher vibration, and one where you can actually see results. Okay? Not this thing where 17 years umuntu busy ne vision board. Tololo. Zwi. Because what are you doing? What is that? What is that? Mara, someone is busy collecting money from you. Hankabe hujwalo. If like you went to some course, yadi manifestation or whatever. Yeah, but that's all. So, yeah, man. Okay, but oh, another thing I wanted to say. I know, you know how like your parents and everybody always tells you like, don't take the short road, don't take the shortcut or whatever. Like, I agree. I totally agree, ne. But there's really certain things, like again, me personally, me na ishot roading shem. Like in terms of like these kind of things, I tend to attract the road of least resistance, and that road tends to be shorter than any other road. And those are the roads that I like teach you guys, because why are we taking the long road if there is a shorter road available? Like, it's not cheating, it's there. I didn't make the road is there. The only reason you're taking the longer road is because you didn't know there was another road. Okay, so, and it's the same thing with this. So yes, manifestation is a product, or manifesting, let me say that, manifesting is a product of connection with the divine. But also you do have manifesting entities. Not manifesting entities. Well, yeah, manifesting entities and manifestation entities. And I understand why they call themselves the Sun Kings. Because in manifesting, ne, where you're getting that vision type of thing, that's also my thing about our vision board 990. It's like, I mean, it's cool. It's cool, right? There's nothing wrong with it. It's cool, ne? But you must understand, Guti, manifesting is something that happens in the dark. It's supposed to happen there. That's where it gets momentum to one day manifest. But in the manifesting process, where you are getting these visions of who you are, or how that translates to you is who you will become. It's not who you will become. It's who you already are right now. It's not what you will receive. It's things that are available to you right now. But you are just needing a path that connects you to those things, because the version that you're playing around with right now, so looks like yena cha access I can listen to lazy, but who you really are is connected to these things that you want. So when you're needing to connect to a truer version of yourself, and from there, manifestation of that which you have been manifesting in the dark. And these guys call themselves the Sun Kings because they help you take that which is in the dark and you bring it into the light. And that's the manifestation, when it's now in your reality. Like under the sun. And everything under the sun can be seen with the eye. You don't need a third eye for shit under the sun. Like, manifestation. Ta-da! And these entities help you with that. They help you with the part that's in the dark, the part where you are conceptualizing, the part where you are conceiving the idea of yourself. And they also then help you to bring that idea from the dark when it's ready, when it's ripe, like pregnancy in the dark. And then when it's time, after 9 months, you bring it out into the light. Same thing. Same. These entities assist you in that. They assist you with your connection to yourself. They assist you with your connection to your truest self. They help you reveal who you really are and therefore what it is you truly desire. Not what you desire based on what your next door neighbor desires. Even though that which you desire truly and that which your next door neighbor truly desires could very well be the same thing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But it could also be different. And it's possible that you are being swayed because when umakhelwane or best friend yakho ukuthi nani unga understand ukuthi when the way you are, that cannot be what you want, because that does not go hand in hand with your nature. So again, let me talk about these entities. Oof, Jesus. Okay, they're saying that they also play a role of protection, and they also play the role of ambition and drive, which can be seen as war. So when you're going through phases in your life where you are, it feels like you are in turmoil, like things are just not going your way type of thing. Mara uyayilwa. Ooh, Zanne. Uyalwa. Like, you're fighting for your dreams, fam. You're fighting for the version of yourself that you know exists, even though it's not what you can see around you right now. Even though people are like, this is all you are, this is all you'll ever be. Lento leno ifunayo yahlanya, umuntu ofana nawe can never ever bring about something like that, right? So these people are telling you how you ain't shit. Sometimes, a person can covertly tell you that you ain't shit. By just saying, you'll be like, I want to do this. And they'll be like, why don't you just put your resume in for that job? You know what I mean? Instead of saying, oh, okay, cool. And then how are you going to do that? How are you going to come about? So whatever. Because, that's also a way of encouraging someone, asking questions about that which they are so happy to tell you. And they're also saying they also offer support. They are the ones that support your crazy dreams. They are the ones when you're sitting there and you're like, I want to be a DJ. They start bringing up within the dashboard of your reality, they start bringing up all these DJs that you can follow and aspire to be. And, all of a sudden, you send a DM to a DJ and they reply, just encouraging you, right? Type of thing. They are within that process. Basically, they help you hold the space. And that is the manifesting part. It's the part that's in the dark, because that's what happens. Once you clear your energy, once you strengthen your connection to the divine, you don't have to force yourself to think about the Lamborghini. You in the Lamborghini naturally comes to your thoughts. All of a sudden, you're on Pinterest and you're seeing someone at a beach house and you would have never thought that could be you. But all of a sudden, you're thinking, wait, but that could be me. Like, I want that. That could be me. Like, you're out here, you never thought you could own a car. No one in your family has had a car. But all of a sudden, and you didn't think so too, because, maybe you work at a grocery store. Maybe you work at a fast food joint. And you're thinking, I know in the States you can work at a fast food joint and have a car. You can here too. I know a lot of people that not a lot, but I know a couple of girls that work at KFC and they be driving. But what I'm trying to say is that when you're in a position when you're thinking that's not for me, I could never get that. But then you're working on yourself. You're strengthening your connection to the divine. You're clearing parts of yourself that you know are no longer contributing to who you want to be. They were cool for who you were before. When you start doing all that stuff, all of a sudden you can see yourself in a BMW, and sometimes it's scary because you're like, no, calm the fuck down. That's not for you. You should just hope to live above the poverty line, and that's the most you can do. But all of a sudden, you start dreaming about more than living above the poverty line. You start dreaming about more than just getting like a car that can just get you from A to B. All of a sudden, you start seeing yourself in these fancy things, in these big things, in these rooms, meeting these people. It's a result of the connection. You didn't have to force it. You didn't have to sit there. And you don't, in this situation, you don't have to be there busy thinking about something the whole time. That's weird, yo. Why don't you know that that's weird? Because it's not natural. As soon as something is not natural, like, you need to kind of ask questions. Like, more questions than you normally would. So those pictures start coming up within you because this is the natural process of things. These entities will help you in holding that space. What does that mean? It means they're going to help you in grounding these visions within you. So yes, later from that, you might say that like you sat there and you just meditated on this shit. But really, the visions came up within you. And you believed. You believed in yourself. You believed in that which the divine was awakening within you. And you stuck to it. These entities help you with that. And things will happen where it seems like you're going left instead of going right. It feels like you just took 3 steps back. It feels like you just went back to the old you. But even throughout all these things, you hold these visions of yourself. And that is holding the space. And eventually, at a specific time, they will then help you pull that from that dimension, the inner dimension, as above, so below, guys, as within, so without. They will help you pull that energy from where it is into the light. What else? Okay, I wanted to talk a bit about, I keep saying this thing about transmutation, about using your lower vibrational actions and feelings and thoughts as fuel in order to bring about more higher vibrational reality for yourself, right? And today I'm just going to tell you one of the ways in which you can do that, and these entities help you with that. That's why I'm mentioning it in this reading. So I'm going to make an example, right? Lower vibrational energy. You see your friend has something and you want it. I've said this before, but it's cool. I'm going to say it again. Your friend has something that you wish you had for yourself. It could be a husband, a child. It could be a good job. Now, that brings about certain things within you. It brings about jealousy. It brings about maybe certain feelings of self-hate. Like, ooh, why haven't you reached this level yet? So now you start like beating yourself up about it, right? Instead of sticking in that energy, getting lost in the sauce, and just using that energy to hate your friend and be a fake friend, you use that. Instead, you start building visions about, what about if you had that job? Ooh, but I would buy land, I would do this. What if you had the support of that husband? Ooh, I would raise a family like this, I would do this. That's what you start to do. So now, this is third dimensional manifestation. And like I said in the beginning, I understand now that this isn't something that I can just say to you guys, don't do it, because we've all been here. But I'm going to teach you, like I'm doing now, a more sustainable way. Not this thing where you're just putting pictures on a blank page, yadi double story, lady Ferrari, and you're like, haha, hi, guys. So using the feelings, the emotions that you have in order to propel you into a higher state of being, which will allow you to see yourself in more suitable scenarios for yourself. Another thing is, let's say, bayahlukumeza gini, like, or a boyfriend, a girlfriend, like, cheated on you and whatever, right? So you could be in a state where you like, I'm gonna catch him even next time, like whatever. Or you could be like, you could be doing all that low vibrational shit and just adding more into and feeding this low vibrational pendulum that you're in. Or at some point, after you felt all your pain and felt all your anger and said, fuck him, I hate him 100 times, because that is natural, that is normal. You're gonna go through that. But when you're done, because some people go through that forever. But you have to know that gets done and it doesn't take forever, guys. So when you're done, you look back on the person you were that this event happened to. Okay, cool. This guy wangishithela wena wayenzani? Babe, yazi ngaqala ukungafaki makeup. All of a sudden I wasn't taking care of myself. Instead, this person cheating on me made me want to be with him even more. Like, it made me an even lesser version of myself. It made me so insecure. It made me feel as if he was the only person that could love me, right? And now you're in a state where you know that's not true, right? But you're still needing to test yourself out. So we're still just being aware of the situation. Cool. Who would you like to be? Did you like who you were in that situation? Obviously not. That's why you're in this awareness box. Who would you like to be? If you could go back and change the situation, okay, cool, this guy, he hit me. And then what did you do, boo? Yeah, he didn't even apologize when I went back home. He didn't call me the whole day. I ended up calling him at the end of the day as if I was the one that did something wrong. In fact, I ended up begging him to take me back. Okay. You've hated yourself for that. You've cried 1,000,000 times. You've tried to forgive yourself. Okay, if you could go back, if it could happen again, now that you're here, how would you handle it? Okay, he cheats on me, right? I find out. I wish I didn't spend all that time shouting at him, because he knows that he hurt me. I know he knows. But I kept shouting at him and stuff because I wanted him to love me. I wanted him to feel sorry for me for what he did, and then maybe love me more and not cheat on me again. But now I realize that was just not gonna work. I wish I had walked away and maybe gone home and went to go pray. I wish I had given myself time to process my feelings instead of just concentrating on how I cannot be single. Okay? And the time he hit you, again, I wish I would have created space between us. And maybe that space would have allowed me to see what happened from a different perspective. Can you see what you're doing here? You're taking this low vibrational thing that happened to you. And again, you've already felt the anger and the hate, and you possibly still feel it. But you're no longer using it to poison yourself. You're using it, you're trying to change the energy so that you can use it to uplift yourself. You're taking this low vibrational energy and building a new version of yourself. A version where, what if I don't stay and beg after someone has done me wrong? What if I leave, not to be mean to him or whatever, but to give myself time to process what has happened? Because maybe in that time when I'm processing, I'll understand that I don't have to take this. I don't deserve this. I deserve love. I deserve loyalty. I deserve fidelity. I deserve that. But because I didn't allow myself the space, I wasn't able to see that. Do you see what I mean? And if you're still confused about what I'm saying, email me. Like, yeah. I mean, I feel like I explained it well, but it's cool. I'm joking. I'm not gonna judge. Okay, cool. So yeah, guys, I have so much love for you. Like that's why I can sit there and think ukuthi like maybe angizange ngibaphathe kahle labantu in this situation because labantu laba ngiyabathanda. Labantu laba bangiphatha kahle and then nami I aspire to always ukuthi ngiphathe kahle. So yeah, I hope that this video sheds more light on this process and how it works. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to book a reading, all the information is in the description box.